Hi, I'm Dave Booth, Vice President of Sales with Caliber Equipment. What I'd like to do today is take a couple minutes and show you one of the latest machines, the updated machine from Clark. This is called the CA60. This is in their compact category of a 20-inch machine. This used to be called the Focus 2 Compact, but they've updated it and added some really nice features that I'd like to point out to you with this particular machine. As I said, this is in the compact category, so it is a 24 volt, has two batteries. Most of the machines in this category have about a 10 or 12 gallon capacity. What Clark was able to do in very much the same footprint, this machine actually has 16 gallon capacity, 20 gallon recovery. So it's added more productivity to a small compact machine. Now it's available with different type of scrub heads. Another one of the features that they did change on this is a 20-inch disc style machine, so it has a 20-inch scrub head, has a floating skirt, and they've designed it with little slots here and here so it's easy to change, and it floats up and down with the contour of your floor. They've got a roller on the corner so I can get close to walls, racking, and equipment without damaging the machine. This is also available in Boost. Boost is the orbital technology that Clark actually started many years ago, and it's always been available in a 20-inch head, but they now offer it in a 24. So you can get this machine in a disc style for just routine scrubbing, or you can order the orbital style head, 20-inch or 24-inch. So it's orbital scrubbing, use less water, less chemical, less down pressure, and with the right pads you can actually strip floor finish up, eliminating chemicals and all those challenges. If you're not familiar with Boost battery operated orbital scrubbing technology, take a look at our website and you'll be able to get more information on that. As I said, this particular machine, we've got bigger capacity than the previous model, different scrub heads that are available, and it's available in both brush assist or traction drive. So now I've got a choice of how I want to operate the machine and whether it's self-propelled or it's brush assisted. You have two separate tanks on this machine, which is standard on most machines. As you're looking at, this is your recovery, the top lid. This is the dirty tank here. What they've added, a couple of things. I've got a little debris basket, so in the event I didn't sweep everything up, whatever sucked up is going to go into here and not down into my tank. They've got a float ball inside of this, but what they've done is they put a cage around it with a foam, so now it's less chance of foam and water getting down and sucked into the vac motor. And that's usually the number one thing that fails on scrubbers is the vac motor, because they get exposed to foam or dust. So Clark has tried to protect it with this design. Again, a feature you don't see on machines in this category, the gasketing, which is critical for a good seal and picking up, is not glued on. It just fits right into a track, so in the event this wears or gets damaged, I can peel it off and very simply pop a new one on, and I'm back in business. As we spin it around, this upper tank now pivots out of the way, gives me easy access to the batteries. There are different batteries available in different sizes depending on if you want maintenance free or the flooded acid batteries, and the amp size depending on the runtime. You can get this machine with chemical mixing, which would sit, your jug would go there, and now you can pre-mix and blend your chemical with your water unless you're doing it with a separate mixing system. The machine, the bottom is a clean tank and is easily filled right here, and they put a screen in here to try to prevent any kind of debris or trash getting into my clean tank. So that's where I would fill it up with my clean water and detergent. As we spin it around, let's look at the rear of the machine. Again, they've updated these handles, very easy to grip and hold on to. These little yellow tabs, by touching left or right, is what propels the machine when it's self-propelled and automatically turns on the brush motor. I've got a large button on the back here When I push that and then press one of the yellow buttons, it's going to go into reverse. And again, that's on the traction drive version. The control panel, very simple, easy for the operators to understand. Simple key switch turns on the power. I've got my battery indicator here, green that it's got a full charge, then it goes to yellow, then it goes to red, telling me it's time to recharge it. I've got an hour meter, so now I can keep track of the number of hours on the machine and the productivity. Next, I've got to control two buttons here, so I can control the flow rate. When the brush is turning and the machine is moving, the solution is now flowing through a solenoid, and I can control it if I just need a little bit of water or I need a lot. I've got a red-green button down here. This is what puts the power to the brush. So when I'm ready to scrub, by pressing that down, automatically turns on the motor and it turns on the vac motor at the same time. I can turn off the vac motor if I don't need it. I'm double scrubbing. There's a delay built in, so it's trying to pull up what might be in the hose. If I push it a second time, it automatically turns it off. If you get the 20-inch disc version versus the boost, by pushing this button here, it automatically disengages the pad or your brush. So again, makes it very easy for it to drop off and for me to change whether I'm using pads or I might be using a brush. Last thing is there is a speed control. So depending if I'm transporting or I'm in the scrub mode, I can slow down for deeper, more aggressive cleaning, or I can speed it up. Last thing is if you order it with the onboard chemical mixing system, there'd be a dial here so I can control how fast the chemical is going to meter with my water. Great feature to control your chemical costs and more consistency with your scrubbing. As we look down here to the bottom of the machine, again, very simply laid out. I've got a simple lever that lowers the heavy cast aluminum squeegee, dual casters on the back to keep it level, dual rollers on the corners so it slides easy if I get close to the walls. It's a breakaway, simple to release it and take it off. I've got a stainless steel band so I can rotate the squeegee rubber or replace it as needed. Large drain hose for draining the dirty water right there. A place to keep the cord. This has got an onboard charger, so there's no separate box, and that cord would be connected right there. I've got 3 separate fuses, so in the event a motor gets overloaded from something, the drive system, the brush system, or the vacuum, it's going to pop a breaker so I protect the motor. And last, we have a sight tube here. So as I fill up the lower compartment, which is the clean tank, this is going to fill up so I know how much clean water I have. And I can simply unscrew this and dump it out if I need to, and then position it back on the unit. And last thing up underneath, the older style had a single caster. They now got dual casters, one on each side, here and on the other side. That way it keeps the machine better balanced, more stability, scrubbing unlevel surfaces. And for maintenance, the solution filter is positioned right underneath, so it's easy to get to, easy to change when it's time for routine maintenance. So as you see, if you're familiar with the Clark Focus 2 Compact, it may look similar, but there's been some updates and changes to the new CA60 that adds more capacity. It gives you more variance in brush drive, traction drive, 20-inch head, boost 20, boost 24. Last and most importantly, if you go with the orbital scrubbing, this machine had a manual lever for the deck. Now they've added an actuator, so now it's going to push down. I get greater down pressure, something that none of the other machines of this category are going to give you. So as you see, there's a lot of features on a machine in the compact category. For more information, just give us a call. Caliber Equipment, 888-550-0945, or come to our website, www.caliberequipment.com. And thanks for watching.